So the third step of this eczema healing journey is getting your lifestyle to align with healing, nurturing energy. This means acknowledging how you relate to yourself and the outside world. What is not working? Where can you shift? What can you do differently? So by re-examining, where do you feel stuck? Where do you feel frustrated? Where do you feel you're not necessarily flowing in life? Those areas are the areas that you have to confront and shift. So since this is the third step of this eczema healing journey, if you haven't watched the first and the second step, I recommend you do so. And you can find both of them in the description below. It's just going to give you more context into how to apply healing that's physical, mental, emotional, and also environmental. So without further ado, let's go into lifestyle. What can you shift to see your healing become more quick and more long-lasting? When you become clear on your alignment to yourself, what feels good, what doesn't feel good, then you can really shift how you relate to so many areas in life. So first, as most of us know, chemicals are huge when it comes to eczema. Chemicals are basically an extra acid load on our bodies. So imagine if your lymph system is not performing well, you're not draining your lymph. And this lymph system is basically supposed to circulate all your toxins, acids, parasites back to the kidneys so they can be purged. So all this waste can be gone out of the body. But if the body is not performing really well, not eliminating the lymph, the toxic lymph correctly, imagine chemicals coming in through your skin, through your mouth, and through your nose. And those chemicals taxing your already overloaded system. So your body's going to protest, and you're going to see more of that lymphatic flow through the skin, which we call eczema, the oozing. And the reason you see those flare-ups is because the body is trying to eliminate that which the kidneys can't. So what takes over if the kidneys are not properly functioning in their lymphatic drainage? That is the skin. The skin is your third kidney. And the body uses this elimination organ, the skin, as a waste disposal as well. So when you sweat, you basically take out toxins outside of your body that the kidneys may not be able to, or that are still lingering, and the body just uses the skin as a more flexible pathway towards doing so. So the skin is a way for the body to eliminate anything you put on the skin, meaning cosmetics, meaning sunscreen, perfumes, you name it, even laundry detergent that you wash your laundry in, and then you wear the clothes that are washed in it. That could also promote the skin to get flared up, because those chemicals are going to be absorbed by that skin dermis, and the skin, once it goes deeper inside the skin, the body is going to immediately reject that chemical, try to get rid of it, because it's already very taxed. So whenever you get a flare-up reaction to anything you're wearing, anything you're putting on your skin, that's a sign that your body is sending you, and it's telling you, I'm rejecting this, because this is toxic. This is not something that I can work with. The alternative is to go all natural. That means soaps, dishwashing liquid, cleaning supplies, cosmetics, toothpastes, everything. Go all natural. And by choosing to go all natural with your products, you're not only choosing health, you're giving or supporting, you're giving energy to those small businesses that are trying to make a difference in the world, that care about the environment and health, and their values align to the well-being of humanity. So it's a win-win situation. And when it comes to natural products, always look for few ingredients, meaning if anything sounds like a chemical or you can't pronounce it, you have to research it. Go online, check out that chemical, and make up your mind. So when it comes to a moisturizer, why not just go purely to the source of nature? So go with shea butter, cocoa butter, olive oil. All of these are directly sourced from nature, one ingredient and no other supporting chemicals or ingredients. So go the most natural as you can. Fewer ingredients, the better. Organic is always preferable. So choosing what to eat, what to put on our skin, what to wear, all of these are choices that have to become more conscious. A lot of the times we grow up and we don't make conscious decisions. We just go with what society says, and we never question it. We never look at ingredients. We never look up the companies making the foods, making those products. So we don't look at their values. We don't question their environmental footprint. We don't look at competitors that are doing a better job at sourcing materials that are more natural, more environmentally friendly and good for us. We just go with what's available. So in a way, disease acts as a source of awareness, something that we wouldn't necessarily question, a lifestyle we wouldn't necessarily question, choices and ideas or paradigms we wouldn't question if we were never put on this healing journey. Once we have to shift things, we have to ask different questions. So what I'd like to ask you, if you haven't done so already, is to question these paradigms, question what you've been taught, and question what you've been consuming blindly for many years. And from that foundation, create a paradigm of living a lifestyle that aligns with your values, that aligns with what you would like the world to be, that aligns with your sense of wellness. And a lot of the times we just operate in existence, not in fullness of living. But when you create your lifestyle based on choices that reflect the values you have, the values that you would like the world to abide by, then you're going to feel a shift happen in you. You're going to feel more responsible and proud of how you live, how you give to the world, your energy. And that feeling of connection with your choices is going to be extremely healing. And disconnection is actually a huge component of disease. When we don't feel connected to our values, when we don't feel connected to what we feel is important, to our work in the world, to the people around us, to meaning that we hold within us and that we want to see expressed in the outside, then we feel more in survival than in a thriving type of life. So to find that connection is a search towards a lifestyle that is more reflective of inner values, inner truths, and inner desires to see the world become something different. So that is one aspect of how you can use this lifestyle journey to fit this connection paradigm, because what you do and all your choices ultimately connect back to you and who you are. So one of my favorite treatments or tools that you can incorporate on this healing journey is the sauna. So a sauna is basically a steam room that helps your skin open up its pores and all of those acids and lymphatic waste to come out more adequately. So the sauna promotes basically better lymphatic circulation in the skin and in the body. So think about it. Your body is already using your skin as a way to eliminate lymphatic waste. But what if you went to a sauna and you opened up those skin pores even more? Now you're helping the body in that detox process. So now the body can take out more waste through all of that sweating, and then your body is going to have less of a burden to deal with. And so your kidneys are not going to be overwhelmed, your skin is going to look better, and you're going to see profound difference in your flare-ups. As a detox specialist, I always suggest that my eczema clients go to a sauna once a week. The reason is that all that diet, that alkaline diet, those herbs, that emotional regulation is going to cause the body to now promote elimination. And when there's a lot to eliminate, we have to support all those channels. So if the skin is supported, imagine how much of that waste burden is eliminated from the body. And so if we're helping the skin, helping the body with these processes every week through the diet, through those herbs, through lifestyle, then we're going to see holistic long-term healing. Another important lifestyle shift to do during this whole healing process is to support your lymph drainage. And the best way to do that is through movement. So I recommend yoga. I recommend rebounding, meaning if you have a small trampoline, you can use that every day to move the lymph system. Basically, your body needs a pump to move this very long, extensive system of waste from all the cells back to all the elimination channels, mostly the kidneys, but also the skin. So if your body gets that pump, it's going to drain much better. So rebounding, doing yoga. I also recommend any body oxygenating practices like breath work, qigong, any aspects of yoga. All of this will open up your energy to flow better. And when you open up that energy flow, you also help the lymph system, the nervous system, and your blood to circulate better, to work better, to invigorate the whole system. What can also help is having hot and cold showers, meaning alternating between hot and cold water for a few minutes. This practice also helps with body circulation and cellular invigoration. So you feel much more energized. You'll feel refreshed, and your body's going to circulate nutrition and waste so much better. So on a related note, if you're suffering from itching and eczema pain, Epsom salt baths are actually encouraged because they contain magnesium, and magnesium helps to soothe your nervous system, helps to soothe your skin. So if before bed or during sleep you feel extreme itch and it really interferes with your quality of sleep, I do recommend that you look into Epsom salt baths and have them maybe every other day. Give your body a bit of a break in between, but they help to soothe your nervous system and also to calm that inflammation on the skin. Some other helpful practices are sleeping and resting, because your nervous system and your body repairs during sleep. So whenever you have a chance to sleep or rest or take a nap, take that chance. Never underestimate the power of rest. If you have a stressful job or a stressful life, make sure to at least get 8 hours of sleep a day. This will help tremendously on your healing journey. Not only are you going to see quicker healing, but you're going to feel more resilient with your nervous system during the day. So with these coping mechanisms that are improved, you can handle these stress loops much better. You're not going to get into that very intense stress response. You're not going to activate those adrenals. You're not going to be in the fight or flight for too long, which takes a lot of your energy and your minerals from the body. It leaches the minerals that the body needs to heal. And there are a vast number of ways you can promote eczema healing. A lot of tools, a lot of different practices, but I'm going to point out 2 of the most important things that you can do in terms of lifestyle. The one we talked about, going all natural, is very important. Getting a lot of rest is essential. Draining the lymphatic system through breath work and through movement and through different practices, that is very important too. Many times, but not always, eczema coincides with a stressful period, and that period is very psychological. It goes back to feeling stuck or feeling like you're not progressing in an area of life that you want to see movement. There is something that you're not getting that you would like to have. And a lot of times that repression of emotions ignites that inflammatory response. And so when we hold those restrictive, stuck energies within, then our lymph system, our energy gets stuck. And then our bodies have to compensate and basically signal to us that something's off. So if there is anything in your life, such as a job, a relationship, a friendship, where you live, your career, how you relate to the world, how you live, if any of those need changing, change them. I know it's a process, but start slowly. If there's anything that's bringing you chronic stress or internal suffering, internal restriction, or you're not getting your needs met, you have to confront that. So now that you watched the video, are there any aspects of your life that you think need changing? What I want you to do is get a piece of paper and write down 3 top things that you would change so your life would have more flow, that would be more aligned to your needs, and that would look the way you imagine it to be. 3 things that are keeping you stuck or that are keeping you in a cycle of stress. And if you have any questions about eczema and lifestyle and you would like to ask me, please feel free in the comment section down below. I'd love to connect and to answer any questions you have. So information is nothing without application. So I urge you, now that you feel inspired, whenever you watch these videos, I'm sure you feel more inspired. Use that inspiration to make those small changes. Because if we just listen and then we forget, we never get to actually making those changes. So do something after this video that's going to help you see some results. But if you watched all 3 of these videos, all 3 steps, detox, nervous system regulation, and lifestyle, but it all sounds so confusing. There's so much to process and integrate, and you'd like that support starting today, a customized blueprint on how to approach all of this that's designed just for you, you can work with me. I have a specialized way that I work with clients that gives them results. So if you're interested in that personalized one-on-one support that's going to hold your hand and show you exactly the path you have to take towards long-term healing, I have a specific way that I work with clients that I'd like to show you, and I'll do that step by step in my next video. I take you through my health assessment, then I show you what we do in our one-on-ones, and afterwards how my protocol is customized exactly to the needs of that client and what support they get afterwards. Again, thank you so much for watching, and I will see you next time.